Listen, I've been to many accident sites, but I remembered this one right away. Not because of the blood, there wasn't any, but because it looked as if the person had simply gotten out of the car and disappeared. I'm standing there, looking at this damn Saturn and thinking, no, people don't just disappear like that. Something doesn't add up here. When someone panics and gets out of a car, it's obvious. There are tracks in different directions, things fall, doors are wide open, but here everything is clean, neat and tidy. The car is in a snowdrift, the hazard lights are flashing, the doors are closed. It's as if it stopped on its own, turned off the headlights, and calmly drove away somewhere. But where? It's unclear. And here's what really threw me off. Only 20 minutes had passed since the accident. 20. A person can't get very far in that time, especially in snow like this. But there was nothing around. A couple of footprints, and then they disappeared, as if she had simply vanished between steps. My neighbor says she saw Maura a couple of minutes after the accident. She said, she was standing next to the car. She seemed normal, just nervous. She offered to help, but Maura refused. That's strange. Usually people grab at any chance they get. And here's the part I didn't like at all. She told her neighbor that she had already called the tow truck, but no one came, and there were no phone calls. Why she said that is still unclear. Several people saw a dark pickup truck driving back and forth on the road, slowly, as if it were looking for someone. And when Maura disappeared, it disappeared too. Coincidence? Not sure. If she had gone into the forest, it would be obvious. There would be tracks in the snow, branches, clues, but there is nothing. The snow is smooth, as if no one had been there, and at night, you can't take a step there just like that. We searched for her with dogs until morning. Every inch. You see, usually you find something, a piece of cloth, a footprint, anything. But here, nothing. The dogs pick up a scent, and it just disappears, as if someone had erased it. The car is tidy, textbooks, maps, belongings, everything is laid out as if the man was going to continue his journey. But there is no phone, no wallet. She took them. Before leaving, she called someone, but the number did not belong to anyone she knew. The phone was turned off a couple of hours later. No traces, no activity, as if someone had simply cut off the connection. At university, she said that someone in her family had died. It wasn't true. It sounds trivial, but when someone lies for no reason, it means something is going on, something they don't want to talk about. One man said he saw a figure in the forest. It was standing between the trees, seemingly motionless. We went there. Nothing. No traces, no footprints. Either he was mistaken, or we had once again uncovered an empty space where she could not have been. Her route made no sense at all. She was going to a place where she had no friends and no plans. Just north, night, snow, and empty roads. And all this without explanation. She had a normal life on campus. Yes, she had problems like everyone else, but nothing that would make her leave in the middle of the night and drive off to nowhere. Searches for the White Mountains were found on her laptop. Tourist cabins, routes, everything is very vague. Either she wanted to go there or she was just looking. We couldn't make sense of it. The dogs lost the trail a second time, in a different place, and just as abruptly. You see, this isn't normal. Trails don't just disappear on their own. Years later, locals found all sorts of things. Fabric, pieces of metal, but nothing was confirmed. You hope for a clue, and get nothing. It's hard to talk about this with my family. They've been through something no one should ever have to go through, and honestly, I've always felt that they're not telling me everything. Not on purpose, it just hurts them too much. Years passed. We brought up the case again and again and again, but each new investigation only raised new questions, no answers. And you know what conclusion I've come to after all this time? She didn't just leave. And she didn't just run away. Something happened to her in a very short time. And we never found a single clear trace. This road is ordinary, but it was here that a man disappeared in 20 minutes, without a sound, without help, without a trace. And to be honest, I still don't understand how it's even possible.